from the stable of Tarry comes Nebraas, last year's winner and winner of the first deposit match Caradoc Gold Cup and the Citizen Gold Bowl. Shango, winner of the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup, and Blackthorne, winner of the DSTV Gold Vase. They meet Mike de Kock's 3-year-old Aragosta, winner of the World Sports Betting SA Derby. Can a 3-year-old upstage the older horses and vie for honours as Equus champion stayer? It's the question we are all asking. Tarry has dominated staying races this year with Nebraas, Shango and Blackthorne. Stable elect is arguably Nebraas, who's shown the same form which won in this race in 2021.
Gets to the lead close home, Nebraas wins.
It's a workmanlike victory. Nebraas beats African Adventure.
We'd hoped to run him on July Day, but we didn't get the privilege this year. But anyway, he's had a lovely preparation. He's doing well. He stays well, he can carry the weight. So yeah, it's all good at this stage.
Tell me about his last run where he was pipped on the line.
Well, I think it was a jockey that didn't know the horse, and also, you know, a very small field, you get a false pace, and that was probably his undoing. Having said that, the horse that beat him, Shangani, is a quality stayer, but I do feel that if things had gone right in the race, he could have won that comfortably.
Does the compression in the weights this year favour the top weights in the race?
Yes, it has to, Michelle. Obviously, everybody's not getting their true weight allowance underneath him, so there are quite a few horses under sufferance with him.
Mike de Kock is enjoying a very successful champion season, having won the Daily News 2000 with safe passage, the Hollywood Bettsville Challenge with El Mutana, before landing the big one with Sparkling Water.
Mike de Kock, the legend.
His 3-year-old and winner of the World Sports Betting SA Derby, Aragostar, is up this time. After a good run behind stable companion Safe Passage in the Daily News 2000, Aragostar was fancied in the Hollywood Bets Durban July.
He got into a lot of trouble. He had a perfect position on the fence, and I think, you know, when he started to sweep on the turn is when the trouble started. When he was actually sitting right on the winner's behind, you know. So he's a big striding horse, got into a lot of trouble and then kicked on late.
Was it quite a rough race this year?
Yeah, I think if one looks at the July, there was probably 14 jockeys that rode terribly, to be honest with you. One or two that rode well, but I actually almost can't believe what I was watching on occasions. But not going to complain, because I suppose we won it and the jockey rode well. But there was, for some reason, I don't know what it is. You know, a lot of them lost their heads in the race.
As a 3-year-old taking on the older horses, is he in with a crack at it?
Yeah, the conditions don't really suit him because of the condensed manner of the weights, which I find also a little bit strange. But anyway, you know, he looks like he's an improver. I mean, he got a penalty for getting beat in the Grade 1 in the Daily News. He was unplaced in the July. Probably should have got a £2 reduction at least, but didn't. So we'll see. You know, it's a tough race for a 3-year-old.
Twice runner-up to stable companion Nebraas in the first deposit match Caradoc Gold Cup and the Citizen Gold Bowl, Blackthorne then had his turn when winning the DSTV Gold Vase a month ago.
Blackthorne with a captivating performance.
I think if you look at the weights, he's got it all to do, but he's not far off him at very close weights to what they are on Saturday. And he seems to be doing very well here. So I'm not sure if that's going to make up the difference or not. Obviously, there's enough form between him to say that Nebraas seems to have his measure, but I do feel he's changed gears in KZN. And if that's the case, he's got a fair chance.
Seen winning the Aquanaut Handicap in March, and from the stable of champion trainer-elect Paul Peter comes dual-listed winner Shangani. He since ran 2 lengths back to Shango in the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup before finishing a length in front of race favourite Nebraas in a pinnacle plate last time out. His merit rating was raised 4 points for that win, and he now shoulders 59. He's an interesting runner.
Yes, he's a lovely horse. He's in a very good space at the moment. His last win was in a pinnacle. He carried quite a bit of weight, and there was a little bit of meat on the bone. So this has been his mission from day dot. He's doing very well. Please God, he carries on in this condition until the race, and I feel he stays all day.
Do you think the way that the weights have been condensed plays into the hands of the higher weighted horses in the race?
Yes, there are a few that could be under sufferance. Nebraas is maybe a kilo better off from their last meeting, but as I say, he wasn't fully wound up and there was a little bit more to come. It's going to be an exciting race.
The third of Sean Tarry's runners, Shango, has come down in the ratings since winning the Betting World Dingans as a 3-year-old. He's recently shown a return to form.
Shango won it.
First of all, he does enjoy Greyville. He really does run well at Greyville, and he gave us an indication that he was coming back to form in his prep run before we got to Greyville. And obviously, true pace is very important for Shango. He can't canter sprint, and when that happens, he just runs a dismal race. Having said that, we haven't tried him at this type of distance, but I can't see why not. I mean, he enjoyed the 2-4 really comfortably, and definitely has a shout here.
You've dominated staying races on the half-veld and in KZN so far this season. I know the season's not yet over, but you've got a wonderful group of staying horses in your yard.
It just goes like that, Michelle. I mean, I wouldn't have said I was in this position a year ago because these horses were unexposed over the marathon trip, and it just falls into place. So those seasons come where you've got magnificent sprinters or champion milers, and we seem to have some nice stayers at the moment.
Salvator Mundi is one of the few who have won over the distance, albeit not at this course. He's had a busy champion season, but clearly enjoys his racing. He finished 3 lengths behind Shango in the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup, was touched off by Decorated in the Track and Ball Derby, and then 4 lengths off Blackthorne in the DSTV Gold Vase.
Salvator Mundi is doing very well at home, but this field is extremely strong. We have Derby winners. That certainly is going to make it very tough for Salvator Mundi. Also coming from one of the widest draws, over 2 miles over grass and poly, is certainly not ideal. We could be an outside chance in this race and need a lot of luck to go our way. But we're hoping that odd chance that an outsider can win a race like this.
But Crimson King is going far too well into the closing stages.
Glen Kotzen saddles last year's Grade 3 Pocket Power Stakes winner, Crimson King. He's since been group placed, but has shown somewhat in different form in 2022.
Yeah, look, we've had a couple of hiccups with him. The saying is nothing can go wrong, can go wrong. After his Cape Town run, he pulled up lame. He had knocked his sesamoid, and we sent him to Mike Stewart for a holiday on the beach. He came back fantastic and sound and happy. And his first run was a good run as a comeback run after a long break. His second run, we really thought we've got him spot on, and he'll run a cracker. Unfortunately, he knocked it again. Even though we bandaged him up in the race, it's confirmation-wise he's plays a bit. Again, it was right in the same spot. We couldn't touch him. We had to then pull him out of the gold vase, which was very disappointing. So we've got him sound, we've got him happy. We had to walk him through for 10 days. We're going to now run him in the boots that he works in because he doesn't knock with them. Thank goodness he doesn't take much work. But it's not easy to win these big races when you have interrupted preps, but we're doing our best.
Colima's gone 5 lengths clear out here. Peace in our world is...
Cholima won the listed East Coast Derby, coming from the clouds and from the widest draw of all.
Yeah, look, they went a good clip and in the East Cape Derby, and that suited him. And he's got a lovely elastic stride action. We didn't know if he'd see out the distance, and he clearly did. And then he needed his first run back after the long trip from PE, so we thought maybe it's just a little bit flat. And his last run when he ran fourth, it was a cracking run. The horse next to him came past him and just breezed him, and he sort of like weakened the last bit. And I think he also was still just in need of it. I must say he's looking very, very well. When we worked him hard on Thursday, Robert Carty said that he's working too well for a horse that's going to stay. or go the triple 3,000 metres. So he's in a good space. So he's fit and he's well. So we're hoping for a nice run.
Rex Union ran a credible second to Blackthorne in the DSTV Gold Vase last time out, but on paper he's 32 points below top weight Nebraas on 118, and although receiving 6 kgs, he's out at the weights.
Well, you know, one thing I know, he stays very, very well, you know, and the mother was very good. He ran a very good race last time in the Gold Vase when I tried him over 3,000 metres, and actually was coming back at the winner. But he's a little bit out of the weights with, say, for the winner. But Blackthorne beat us last time, and meeting him at level weights now. Strictly on handicapping, it's not going to be that easy, but he stays on. You know, anything can happen in the Gold Cup. He's a sound horse, and you know, we're drawn right on the outside, so you need a lot of luck in the early stage of the race. And you just hope they don't go and then pull it up in the backstretch, which often happens. But we'll leave it up to Sean Veal and where he's going to place himself. But the horses, he's doing exceptionally well. I know it's tough, but we look forward to the race because if you stay on, you've got a chance in the Gold Cup.
Always thought to be a good horse, Decorated landed his first graded stakes win in the Track and Ball Derby last month. The handicapper agreed, upping his rating 12 points to 100. He's a horse on the up with still more to come.
Yeah, look, he took race pretty well. I had him in the Vase on July Day, but I just thought it was a bit much. I'd rather just save him for the Gold Cup, and I'm glad I have. He's in a very good space. His work is good. He's very healthy. His coat is nice. So he's a horse that keeps improving, and his work is very good, and he's got much stronger. So no, I couldn't be happier with him.
They followed by Undead Twa.
Smoking Hot has finished close-up in her last two, the listed Spook Express Stakes, where she was giving weight all round, and the DSTV Gold Vase. She's half a kg better off with Blackthorne here.
Smoking Hot, she runs in the Gold Cup. She's drawn one, which is great, and we got Cabello Matsunyane on, and he's been doing a lot of work on her at home. She's doing really well, and obviously she's shown that she can be competitive at this level, and there's no doubt of her staying ability. Just hoping that she can get out from draw one and, you know, be handyish this time round. You know, apart from that, I think fillies have shown they've got good records in this race, so just really hoping to get some more black type to add to her name. Doing really nicely and just holding thumbs.
Proven stayer Imperial Ruby won the World Sports Betting Highland Night Cup at Hollywood Bet's Greyville at the start of champion season. 3 somewhat indifferent runs since saw him bounce back with a good run behind Blackthorne in the DSTV Gold Vase last time out.
We have our Gold Bowl winner as a 3-year-old Imperial Ruby coming down for the Gold Cup. He's done very well this season. He's won over distance at Greyville and very nice third on July Day in the Golden Vase. So he really runs his heart out. He gives it his all, and he's a true stayer. A bit worried about the two Tarry horses, Nebraas and Blackthorne. Blackthorne beat us last time, but we have a kilo weight advantage on him this time, and that could be enough to overturn the length that we got beat by. Obviously, Nebraas is the favourite and everybody's looking for that, but I think Imperial Ruby could be a lurker, and on his day he's a very, very good horse over distance. So definitely include him in the exotics if you're going wider than Nebraas, and we will definitely give it our best.
Third to Nebraas in this race last year, Out of Your League, showed he could be returning to form when third behind Shangani over 2-4 last time out.
Out of Your League for the Gold Cup, he's extremely well. His last run here in the half-veld was very, very good to horses like Nebraas and Shangani. He ran a cracker last year in the Gold Cup. He's fit, he's well. All depends how he travels. But in saying that, I'm very happy with his prep, and if everything goes well, he should also finish in the first 4, also being a very competitive Gold Cup field.
Like Airways Law, who came from relative obscurity to secure a spot in the Hollywood Bets Durban July, so too has stable companion Chewbacca, who was a merit-rated 84 just 3 months ago. He's since shown he can mix it in graded stakes company, finishing close-up in the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup and Track and Ball Derby.
Michelle, he's progressed really nicely in the season. We didn't really have any aims. At the start of the season, we said we'll throw him in the Lonsdale, and look, he was under sufferance and he ran a good race. And then again in the Derby, he was under sufferance and he ran another honest race, running to the line. And he's doing well at home. And obviously a week out still. There's still things that we're just going to finish up with him. But he's looked good in his preparation, and obviously a marathon distance. We're unexposed over this type of trip, but he's got a pedigree to stay, and the way he races, he switches off and he comes with his run. So those factors are going to help him, and a nice draw if that means anything over that sort of distance. But yeah, a few things in his favour. But like I said, the conditions of the race are going to suit the better ones in the race. So obviously we're boxing on for third or fourth on paper. So yeah, we're happy.
Spring Fling may be the oldest horse in the race, but stamina builds with age. He's a horse with a never say die attitude and clearly loves his racing. He was second to Airways Law in his penultimate, the form of which has been franked in the Hollywood Bets Durban July, and then third to Decorated and Salvator Mundi in the Track and Ball Derby.
Look, in the Derby he came through to win it, and he just laid down that last little bit, and Richard says, well look, it's just probably a touch too far for him. And then I looked at the program. There isn't another race till the end of August for him, and he's on that age of retiring, but we say that and he just keeps getting better and better as he gets older. When he is a 7-year-old, he's a touchwood, one of the soundest horses, you know, Wilhelmore Strift bred, Maritzfontein bred. So they're really tough horses, and he's just loving his racing. I retired him a year and a half ago, and he's still going. But we're going to try this trip because there's nothing else for him to do. He's got bottom weight. He's a really sound, tough horse. If they go slow, we might get lucky with him and see how we go. But we really, as a horse, he is in the right place for the race. It's just whether or not he sees out the distance.
How do you see the field this year and the quality of horses in it?
Yeah, look, I think it's pretty open if you go through it all. You know, there's obviously one or two classes at the top. But after that, I think it's quite open. I think there's quite a few with chances there at 54. So I think there's going to be quite a lot of luck in the running in the race. It'll make a difference.
It's a great race to win. It's like winning the July. If you can't win the July, the Gold Cup's the next best.
Mark, just a quick comment to end off. A great season in KZN. I know we're not done yet, but wonderful to see your horses racing and performing like they have been.
Yeah, it's been good to be part of it again. You know, it's been tough over the last few years travelling, but we always used to do well raiding and staying down. Yeah, so you know, I've enjoyed it, but it's been a good season. I think the participation of Hollywood Bets to the level that they have is the difference. Yeah, I shudder to think how it would have been without them, but it's been great, and I must be honest, I've enjoyed it here at Summerveld. Facilities are good, and yeah, there's no complaints, but you know, hats off to what Owen and Devon have put into the industry here in Natal, that's for sure.
Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this preview, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and hit that subscribe button on YouTube whilst you're about it.